Okay.
Okay. Wow. TolumiDE, welcome to Channel Television. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Entertainment News.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, your journey doesn't really bring you home often, does it?
Yeah, not too often, once in a while, but not too often. So I'm really, really honored and blessed to be here this time around. Yeah.
Well, tell us about your journey. I mean, your throw into music. How everybody
How I
sings.
got there.
Yes, I mean, up to where you realized you wanted to take it to this commercial level.
Yeah.
Yes, up to now. I mean, what's your story?
Where did it start? Well,
Yes.
I believe it started in certainly high school when I was young, and I sang at high school. My high school Atlantic Hall, and I sang with a cultural group. I also sang at church in the choir, and when I went to school in Canada, when I finished high school, I got accepted into York University and into their fine arts program. And shortly before then, I also joined the all-female reggae band. So I started off as a female backup vocalist, and in fact, even just joining that band, I when I went to Canada, I actually started working braiding because I learned to braid while I was here. So I was braiding in a salon, and the lady who owns the salon, her sister owns the band. And one day she just came in and said, "Oh, I need a backup vocalist," and she was like, "Oh, we've heard Tolu sing. Why don't you audition her here? In the salon?" And that's how I auditioned, and through a tune, and then eventually like, "Oh, you come and join my band," and start off as a backup vocalist. And I ended up staying with them for about 6 years. I started off as backup, and then I started doing a lot of lead, and I performed and toured with them, and I did that simultaneously while I was studying fine art at York University. So pretty much got a degree in fine art, moved to the States, got a job with Fox Network, and worked as a graphic artist there for a couple of years, then went to their corporate headquarters. And somewhere in between, as I was working, I kind of started thinking back to music, and gosh, I got to do something with a voice, because once I decided to pursue it as graphics as a career, I pretty much just left music and left the band and decided to just do that full time. So working as a designer, a couple of years into it, in front of the screen, I was like, gosh, I gotta do something with this voice and not depart earth without doing something with it. So I started writing, started introducing myself as a singer, networking, meeting producers, going to open mics there, and doing various things, finding ways that I could kind of showcase, the little things that I've done, written, or just do cover songs. So pretty much that's been it. It's been about like 10, almost 10 years now. I decided to embark on that in like 2003 as I was working, and been pushing along with it, and here I am today, still pushing along, and have a full-length album. I have a couple of videos, and a lot of support and a lot of encouragement that certainly kind of encouraged me to keep going. And okay, I guess I'm not doing something too wrong, so far. So that's pretty much where I'm at now. I still work as a graphic artist. It's my 9 to 5, and then I pursue this as a second career, and so far so good.
Yeah. So far so good. You actually come out with some awards. You've been nominated for some as well.
Yeah, I have.
You want to look into that?
Well, the major, in 2006, I won the Nigerian Entertainment Award for R&B artist, and certainly really grateful for that. And I think that was kind of like a stepping stone to other recognitions that I got. In 2010, my video, My Love, got nominated at the Channel O Music Video Awards for Most Gifted R&B. So that was so enlightening. I got to go out to South Africa. The first time I was in the midst of just other African artists, because I'm based there, and I pretty much, just did the product and just sent it out. And in fact, I didn't even know that I had gotten nominated until someone wrote it on my Facebook, and I was like, wow, where did that come from? And suddenly with all the response that people had sent in regards to the video, that's where they kind of figured, well, certainly I do deserve to be on the list. And of recent, last month I got nominated for the Kora Awards, which is coming up in Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire in December 29th this year. So I'm looking forward to that. That's another. I mean, ultimately the recognition does kind of urge you on to feel that, okay, I guess, you're doing something right, and people are vibing off the music. they're relating to it is inspiring. They're enjoying it, and kind of gives me certainly more courage to keep writing and keep certainly just kind of staying true to the brand and staying true to the message really that I have to give.
There's a saying that a prophet isn't known much at home. But at some point the prophet has to come home.
Yeah.
So I know you want to break into the Nigerian market.
Yeah.
To get that TolumiDE brand.
Yeah.
So how has it been getting that together?
It's certainly been tough just juggling, the amount of vacation days I have in a year and trying to figure out, okay, what day can I come to Nigeria? Certainly, I mean, it would be nice to be here for a longer period. And I think, I'll kind of cross that bridge when that time comes. But at this point in time, it's more or less just juggling, certainly my career as a graphic artist and juggling music. And so whatever time I'm able to come here, I do come. I have made a couple of trips to the UK because there is quite a large presence, African music explosion going on there. And I've just been networking and just doing the bit that I can do really within my means and not trying to overstretch myself as much as possible. But certainly just, the goal is certainly to get the music to the masses and just, be a blessing to others and use the gift. Ultimately, don't let it die off and just always just know that, at least feel like content with what I'm doing in my lifetime. And ultimately, my contentment is from doing something with the talent and not burying it out, and making sure that it is available to share with people and to exchange and hear people out, and ultimately let people vibe off the music and the lyrics.
Okay. Speaking of entry, there is a message that comes with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in Nigeria find people don't really know you.
Yeah.
And I know that's what you want to do, but then you're coming with a message. And your message is...
The message certainly is one of inspiration and hope. So the brand of music is really R&B. I grew up listening to R&B soul, and that's certainly the influence that you can tell with what I've had so far. Certainly pop. So as far as the musicians that I've listened to that have inspired me are your Anita Baker, Sade, Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross. And then for African artists here has been like Onyeka Onwenu, Christy Essendon. Those are people I grew up listening to, and I look up to them. I listen to their music, and it's timeless. And so ultimately, just trying to also stay within that line or genre of you're offering music that is timeless. People can listen to 10 years, 50 years from now, I still feel like, gosh, this is speaking to me. This is music for my soul. This is soothing for my soul. This is welcoming. This is hopeful. This is making me have a good time, making me feel good about myself. This is making me, music that's making me think about situations that may occur in my life, and ultimately at the end of the day, it is sharing my life, and knowing that at the end, everyone, some of them, sometimes our lives are parallel to others. People have similar experiences and similar things to share, and offering that really, it brings discussions for people to kind of, think about, how they want to kind of handle things in life, or how they want to kind of maybe proceed in life or whatnot. So it is a fusion of all that I've kind of put onto the project, My Love. And the first song I have on it is entitled Ekabo, which means welcome. And in that song, I just say, I pretty much just give a summary of what I have to offer through that, my first project. And it's music that's, for me, is soothing to my soul, it's my life, and everything I've experienced thus far, and everything that I hope, I hope people to experience, or I hope people to come to, whether it's about peace, world peace, peace within, various tribes here, whether it's, striving to be the best that you can be at whatever talent you've been given, and certainly relationships, as you can tell with For Me. For Me was a song about relationships and my own situation in the relationship, not even being in a relationship, of my struggle with a guy that I thought liked me, or maybe could have, who knows. but was really friendly, and I was trying to figure out whether or not it would be wise for me to, give the green light by telling him, asking him out, or just kind of waiting on God to just let me know what the deal is. So things like that is, what I've, at least the things that I've been inspired to kind of stay within and share through music.
Okay, and before all of that,
Yeah.
I take it out before you got married and all of that. So how has married life been for you, and how have you been able to combine it with your time with work and music?
Married life has been wonderful because I married a friend, a wonderful friend, and also he manages me as well. So he also it's ultimately it's a team effort to get this brand out, to get the music out, and it's been wonderful. I think ultimately it's a smoother, certainly a smooth ride if you with someone that's a fantabulous friend and you enjoy each other's company and you can laugh things off and sharing each other's dreams, because also also ultimately each other helping each other kind of get to where they want to be or be the best that they can be ultimately in the relationship. So yeah, so far so good.
That's good.
Grateful and blessed to be with someone that
Your
I
trip
love.
now, it's pretty short.
Yeah.
I know that you've been involved in a whole lot. In between, are you planning on hooking up with artists for later deals? Are you coming back soon? What have you been up to?
Well, it's been very very quick trip. Gotten a lot accomplished. I was at Smooth FM yesterday, which was fantabulous. Had an interview with Adi Ronke. I was with Wana Wana at Inspiration FM, and got to also meet a couple of the staff there. And today I'm at Channels, Channels TV, and I'm really happy I can make it out and be here, and certainly grateful for the opportunity to share and to be interviewed. And it's been really just trying to, certainly establish relationships and friendships, and like this, just let people know who I am, because they've always seen me on video, or heard my voice or heard me from the blogs, and I just thought, whenever I have a moment to come here, it's ultimately really just to kind of establish that network and that friendship and let people know that I'm a real life person.
Yes.
Yes, I do exist, and and also just see, get a feel for what's happening on ground here. What are people going through? What's on people's minds? What's the need? And things like that.
Okay. Have you done any work with any Nigerian artists?
Nigerian, not of recent. My current single, More Than 11, is actually with a Ghanaian artist. But yeah, it's certainly something that I'd like to, and just have to just continue to kind of network and see which artists may be open to work with me, and see what collabos may possibly surface in the future. Yeah, but I'm certainly open to, working with, there's some phenomenal artists that are here in Nigeria that I would love to work with someday. Bez is wonderful. Omawomi, I met her once at the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and she's awesome too. Love her voice, her lyrics too. And there's wonderful Cobams is fantabulous. One day, certainly love to work with him. Tubaba is great, wonderful personality, wonderful lyrics. So yeah, there's a whole bunch. Jay Martin, there's a lot of artists that I've seen here that certainly, the potential to work with is there. The fusion of even high life and soul, which I have to bring, or fusion of alternative and soul. Ultimately, the fusion is always, hopefully, would always just bring out something unique, to the industry, and just kind of diversify what's available right now that I'm seeing on air, or hearing on air, I'm seeing on TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So, do you want to give a final word, Okay. So, do you want to give a final shout out to, a word to your fans? To the young ones coming up. You know the time that you put in all through the years, and you tell them, look, this is not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
You need to stay focused. You want to share your experience with them.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll give myself as an example. Once I decided to pursue music as a second career, it was baby steps. It wasn't just like this is it, this is where I want to be. I want the, fast whatever and all. I mean, it was baby steps. It was a single first. It was seeking a lot of advice. It was thinking about quality. It was listening to tons of music to just get myself familiar with, formatting and structure and testing the water. It's not always going to be perfect. There's some songs that I haven't released because it just wasn't there yet. And but ultimately, my main advice would just be just slow and steady. I mean, just kind of take it one day at a time. Write down your thoughts. Have a bit of a relative plan of action and goals that you'd like to achieve within a certain time frame. So if it's like, okay, this year, I definitely want to get a single out, then just work on that. And at the end of the year, assess and know that, okay, that's been done. Then next year, okay, I definitely want to get a video. Save towards it. Let people know, your family is there to help, or friends or whatnot. Try and also see how you can network with family and friends, because that's what I've had to do. I mean, everything does require budget. Quality does require some kind. It really can require budget. So just kind of strategize, save towards getting it done right. Is that one time you have to make like really hit, make really really good impression. So try not to kind of cut corners just to get things done out fast. That will certainly be a main advice I would give. I mean, that's worked for me thus far. And the talent is certainly a gift from God. And if you know in your hearts that you have something to share, then just trust that pray about it, or trust that you're on the right path. If you do vigorously work work that talent to get it out to the public, or any. It doesn't necessarily have to be music. It could be fashion, art, being an artist or whatnot. Truly believe it and show people, and you do get positive response with what you're doing. Then I believe you're kind of on the time. It's only a matter of time before it does kind of, the world pretty much is able to experience the gift and the talent. So, and that's where I'm at too. I'm still keeping the hustle on, here and there, doing little that I can here and there to work on new music, or collaborate, as we said, or do whatever it is within this industry, within the music industry, to kind of contribute my own, rep my own corner, contribute what I can to the industry itself. So I hope that helps. That helps for anyone thinking about going into music industry. It's not easy, and I know that there's a lot of people going into it. I see it from the blogs, see a lot of musicians every day, new faces. And so, I just always kind of think about, yourself, like what's unique to you, and not kind of try and just go flow, go with the wind and go with what everyone dictates is going to be good and sell. I mean, it's helpful. Certainly, if you want to make money, yeah, it's helpful, but still just kind of bring it back to, okay, what really represents you, because ultimately the audience does vibe, from what they can tell is authentically you, so yeah, that would be it.
Okay, so, Fana, do you remember, just give us a shout out, final shout out in Pidgin or Yoruba, whatever.
Yes, I'm going to try my best. Okay, what's up, peoples? This is TolumiDE. And I'm here at Channels TV. Big shout out. Much respect to Channels TV. Repping good content all day. Keep it locked. TolumiDE signing out. Please don't forget to check me out. I'm on Twitter. So send your comments to me on Twitter at TolumiDE. And I'm also on Facebook as TolumiDE Online. Facebook.com/TolumiDE Online. Much respect. I'm so honored to be here at Channels TV. Looking forward to many more times to come.
Right.